Welcome back. We're going to continue talking to Coach Richardson. Fans were able to get a little preview to the quarterback competition in the spring game, but both Reggie Pinner and Patrick O'Brien have different positives that they bring to the table for you. Have you been able to get a good grasp on who will lead this team come September 3rd?
Well, I think for those two as well, they've got a competition that they're going through right now, and there's no clear cut right now. I think there should be here pretty quick, but at this time, I think they both have a great opportunity to step up and show us as a staff what they're going to be capable of. Both of those guys are on the leadership council, and they both have very good arms. They both can move. They're both smart. They're passionate. They love football, and so they both have the things that you want at the quarterback position. We're waiting for one of them just to really step up and be dynamic and assert themselves as the starting quarterback for the Braves.
UNCP took a pretty big hit to its personnel on defense and will be without the services of 8 starters on that unit in 2015. Talk about the strengths of your defense heading into the season, and who are some of the guys that you can expect to step up and lead Code Black this year?
The strength of our defense is really going to be the guys coming together and just playing together. I think you're right in the sense of there were some experienced guys and some very talented guys that won't be there. And we lack experience, but I think the strength of it is that they're going to be able to stay together and have great chemistry and really understand the mission of what Code Black stands for, and that's playing hard, playing fast, and playing together. And I think that's going to really pay off well for the defense. And we're doing a good job of coaching that, training that, and just trying to do that every single play. But with that, I think you mentioned a few guys, Mike Keck, Mike Lawrence, Tyreek Holloway, Kendall Jacobs, Ed Hopper on the D-line. The linebacker core is thin, but Elijah Williams will be a great asset for us there, and he's played snaps for us before. And so I think we've got a handful of guys that know what it's supposed to look like, and we've just got to be able to rally the other guys around them and continue to know really what Code Black stands for.
It's much of the same story on special teams, where you lost both your place-kicking specialist and your punter. You got an outstanding performance from Matt Davis in the spring game and have added a handful of new guys to both positions. But what is your outlook on the kicking game heading into September?
Very positive, and I've been very pleased with where we are with Matt Davis, as well as Darius Williams took the punting snaps in the spring, and then we were able to sign a guy out of Scotland County, Ben Utter, and so he and another guy that we brought in, Logan Wagner, those 4 guys, they create great competition amongst themselves, and it's been visible this fall. And so it's pushing everyone to just bring their level of kicking and just their performance and production up. And so I would anticipate that the guys that have been here have a little of an advantage, but that's not always the case. And I'm excited to see how that's going to shake out here in the next week or so. But at least we have some depth there and some options. And I think from a place kicking standpoint, from a kickoff standpoint, and then from a punting standpoint, we'll be very, very solid.
Senior LJ Stroman was a lethal return guy for the Braves last season and led the NCAA Division II in kickoff return average. But unfortunately, he's not on the roster this season. Have you identified some of the guys that will lead your efforts on return this year?
We have. We've got a lot of guys that are competing for those jobs in punt return and kick return. There's a lot of guys that are really fast with the ball in their hands. Now it's just a matter of how consistent are they going to be. Are they going to be able to be an off returner and block if they don't get the ball? And we're just trying to figure out how they fit into just all the roles that we're asking out of the returner. And so we feel like we've got speed back there, and I don't think that's going to be something that we're searching for. It's just whether or not they put it all together, and I think we'll be able to tell that here in the next few days.
Thank you, Coach, so much for being on the show with us.
Thanks, Jenna.
We're going to take our next break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking to Kendall Jacobs.